Hey gardeners, it's Andy the cameraman here. I just want to quickly show you around the progress of the Oh My Bloom Veggie Garden. Now if you recall back in the spring, this was all overgrown and weeded and just nastiness, and we dug it up and planted a nice veggie garden. So let's have a look here. We got some nice tomato plants growing there. We got some onions around the tomato plant. They're actually doing pretty well. And then over here we have some broccoli plants. These guys are doing well. They're growing nicely. However, there is no vegetables in there yet. And we got some, I believe that's kohlrabi. My girlfriend planted those ones. And some Swiss chard, which has not been doing so well, but it's hanging in there. And then over here is the zucchini plants, which are doing fantastic. And if you can see down here, there is a big, giant zucchini in there ready to pick. Now I guess I'm going to pick some of these today to make sure that the raccoons and other animals don't decide to feast on those before I get to. And then over here we have some carrots. These are actually baby carrots. I think they're doing okay. I've never actually planted carrots before, so this is a big experiment for us. And we have these big giant cucumber plants over here. Now these things are growing really huge. However, they're not actually producing any cucumbers. And they're actually climbing up the fence there, which is really cool. And down here we have some beets. Now these beets were actually shaded by this big cucumber plant for about 3 weeks because I was away and everything got kind of crazy overgrown. So they're starting to come back to life here. Hopefully they'll do pretty well. And then carrying over here, I've got 2 pumpkin plants, which are, I'm not sure. I think it's doing okay. I think it needs more sun over here, but we just thought we would take advantage of some space and try a pumpkin in there. And then along here is not much happening because it's really shaded by the tree. We have some kale here, which is really not doing so hot because this big giant tree really filled in and has shaded this entire area. And we have this little tomato plant here, pretty sad looking one. Again, I think it's because it's been shaded so much. And another tomato plant over here. This one's doing a little bit better. And I got to use some stakes to help this guy along. And I got a cool new product I'll show you guys in a couple days that I can help this tomato plant out with. And then here's my corn. Now this is pretty cool. I live in downtown Toronto, and the idea of growing corn in the backyard is kind of neat. And I think that this is obviously a corn growing. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Now when I planted these before, I planted about 20 of them, and then cutworms and squirrels pretty much destroyed all of them except for these 3 that have managed to hang on. And then over here where I parked the cars, I built this box, and in this box I built 2 self-watering containers, and I have tomatoes in here. These are some cherry tomatoes growing, and I just thinned these out yesterday to help it along. And this is a cucumber plant. Now there's nothing in there. Well, there's a little cucumber in there. But I just actually pulled off 5 cucumbers from this the other day and gave some to my neighbors, and we have 2 in the fridge. So that's the progress of the Oh My Bloom Veggie Garden. Pretty cool.